Yo, what's going on? Tony here, hanging out with you. So we're in the middle of painting this OneWheel, okay? You can see that we sprayed 2K filler primer on it. Out of a 1.2 tip size, we really laid it down super thick. And I just did these little pieces here just so we can play around with them later. We use the Atom X16. This is an older model. The color is a little different nowadays, I think. This is the Atom X16, great little mini gun. Use the 1.2 tip size. And like I said, you can spray thicker 2K filler primers like we just did by using the European Genuine Coatings primer there. All right, as long as you reduce it a little bit. You could use any type of reducer. I'm using the base coat reducer here, the medium. All right, we mixed it up, sprayed it, came out excellent, as you can see. And one thing I forgot to do was put the adhesion promoter on it, but it's necessary over like raw plastic. Yes, this was raw plastic, but it was a hard plastic. It wasn't like the soft plastics like around the wheel wells of some cars. Those are like softer plastic. I would definitely recommend putting in this type of adhesion promoter before primer. But if we look at the 2K filler primer that we used, this actually, you can even spray directly over metal. So when they're saying that, okay, you could go directly over metal, no problem, then, you know, I know that you can go directly over plastic, no problem. So we sprayed it, came out excellent, as you can see here. We put about three heavy coats on it. You could kind of see through the sheen here, some of the plastic texture. It was like a brushed texture on this thing, like a, you know, like an aluminum brushed or a steel brushed looking look. You can kind of see it there. So we basically filled it all up. Now when we water sand it, okay, with 400 grit, 400 to 500 grit, we're gonna take all that texture off and we're gonna make it as smooth as possible. So when we paint this thing, it's just gonna look like a smooth, slick wheel well. That's the goal. So it's been sitting for about 30 minutes so far. I might just let this thing cure overnight. You know, we could sand this down in about an hour and a half or so, give or take, but we're gonna let it sit overnight. These, I'm not even gonna sand, we're just gonna paint right over these because it's pretty smooth. If you reduce your primers enough, you know, they lay on really smooth without orange peel, as you can see. Pretty smooth, okay, and it's thick. This is thick 2K filler primer, all right, which is a great foundation, a great base coat, okay, to paint over. All right, so we're gonna let this dry overnight. Tomorrow, I'm gonna go ahead, water sand it quick, and then we could start painting tomorrow, you know? I tried filling in these scratches as best as possible. We're not gonna go crazy. I'm not gonna glaze putty these. What you would do if you wanna do a great job, okay, with auto body, you prime it like this, okay? You wait a day, you let it cure, you wet sand it, and if you still see pits, that's when you would do a little bit of glaze putty. Okay, you would put your little glaze on it, water sand it some more, hit it a little bit with more primer, okay, just to cover it, because you really don't want to paint over glaze putties, because sometimes it'll bleed through, okay, but if it's little like that, you know, you could just go for it, just base it, make sure you get the base coat thick in that area, and just cover it before you clear coat it. So we're not going to worry about glazing because this thing is going to get beat up again. You know, it's a OneWheel. This thing like takes some pretty good tumbles and it's going to get scratched up again. But I just wanted to make this video series for you to just show you how, you know, what things that you can do with automotive painting. We're going to do some sort of color blending. So we're going to do a little mini candy paint job on here. We're going to base coat the whole thing silver, right? And then we're going to do one color candy here and then another color candy here and do like a fade. You know, I could do like maybe a flame. Maybe a flame would be cool, but I don't know. Let's see what we can do here. Other than that, just make sure to clean your guns right after you use them, especially when you're spraying a 2K filler primer. All right, I already cleaned this one out. And that's pretty much it. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Keep watching. We're gonna go ahead and paint this thing in a little bit. Be back, talk to you soon. And again, it's Tony here from Learn Auto Body. If you want to learn more about auto body, don't forget to click the link up over here to get free training at learnautobodyandpaint.com or in the description down below. Let me know your comments, questions, what you're working on. And I'll talk to you soon. Have a good day. Bye. Alrighty, so since this is clear coat, essentially, right? We mixed our basic urethane candy and I think it worked out very, very well. I really didn't have any doubts, but we didn't even use a candy concentrate. Last time we did it, we mixed candy concentrate in clear coat, came out great. This time we mixed the urethane candy. It's not supposed, this is really not a concentrate, but it looks like, it really does look like a concentrate, as you can see here. So we mixed this in clear coat, we did our fade. Now I'm gonna take off this pinstripe, okay? And then we're gonna put 2 coats of clear on it, just, you know, regular clear. And this has been sitting for about 30 minutes now. You wanna make sure if you're taking off decals like this that you bypass the sticky stage. Okay, the clear coat has to set up a little bit more than the sticky stage. Okay, but you don't want it to set up and completely dry. So I'm like feeling this right now. I think maybe we wait a little bit more and then we can go ahead and peel this off. Okay, hopefully it comes off without an issue, and hopefully we don't get any stringing that kind of like goes over. It's gonna be tricky because I know, like, look how thick some of the clear coat is in here. But I might let it sit for a little bit more. We'll take this off to expose our silver base coat because this is gonna have like a silver stripe through it. And then we'll put 2 coats of clear on it. And here are the little pieces here. Look how they look, really cool. And this is just to show you what candy looks like on something else, just full plain candy mixed in clear coat, which is great. We didn't add any mini flake. This is the metallic that you see here is from our silver underneath. Okay, you can see how that lays on. We'll get a better shot in the sun. Okay, we could have added flake, and I actually could add flake on top of that, but I want to keep it smooth and simple, and I think it looks really cool. So the only place we messed up on was right over here. It looks like it wasn't pushed in. I'm pretty sure probably peeled out after the fact. And we got some overspray in there, but you know, whatever. It happens, not a big deal. I'm not gonna worry about it, but the rest of it looks really cool. If I let this set up a little bit more, I'll be able to rub my fingers lightly here and take off some of this, the stringiness that came out on it, as you can see there. Okay, but I just don't wanna let it set too much. Maybe a little bit more I'll let it set, and then we could kind of try to rub that off with our finger, and then just put 2 coats of clear on it, and we're good to go. It's pretty cool. So here's the finished product. I don't think the camera justifies how beautiful the color variation looks here, but we're gonna see if we can do a color edit, because when I film this, the green doesn't look as green. The turquoise, the teal doesn't look as teal as it does in person, but you can kind of see how this looks in the sun. So we got our Burple, we have our silver stripe, and then our fade over to teal. So we're gonna put it on, let it dry overnight, and then put it on and see how it looks.